Get ready to begin a journey to the center of the United States to learn more about one of our country's best-kept secrets.
Norman really is a perfect-sized community. I mean, it's the third largest community in the state of Oklahoma, but it's not small enough that everybody, knows your business or that it's totally small town. But it's also not so big that you're stuck in the kind of traffic that you deal with.
Right,
growing up in Denver and living in Chicago, you don't experience that, the crime rate or anything like that. It's got those smaller qualities. So it really is the perfect-sized community.
Congested interstates, toll booths, hours spent in the daily commute. These are all things you won't find in Norman, Oklahoma. What you will find is a lifestyle that combines the best of metropolitan life with a pace that leaves extra time for living.
I travel to big water, both east and west, Pacific coast, the Atlantic coast, the east coast, west coast, whatever you want to call it. I do that many times a year. I'm only 20 minutes away from Will Rogers Airport, and it can accommodate you anywhere you want to go. You're only a 3-hour drive from here to Dallas, to a major international airport that you can fly anywhere in the world from. Oklahoma City is easy, Dallas is easy, so it provides you an opportunity to be anywhere in the world very quickly, and certainly the United States, and it's been easy for me, and if it's easy for the old coach, it'll be easy for anybody.
Located on Interstate 35 and just 20 miles south of Interstate 40 and Will Rogers World Airport, Norman is easy to get to from the ground or the air. Once here, navigating the well-maintained city streets is simple, and getting to work from just about any part of town takes no more than 20 minutes.
We travel the globe, and everywhere we go, people say, "Where do you live?" And we say, "We live in Norman, Oklahoma." And they're like, "Really? Why?" And I usually tell people, well, obviously you haven't been there yet, because come to Norman and see what it's like. Experience the sense of welcome, the sense of friendliness, and the ease of which to do things.
Those who move to Norman from larger cities save enough time in their daily commute to gain the equivalent of at least 2 extra weeks every year. Shorter commutes add up to less money spent on gasoline and more time doing what you enjoy.
Living in Norman, as far as cost of living, goes a whole lot further. My agent tried to get me to move to the New York City area when I first signed up with him some 20 years ago. And even then, it was so prohibitive, there's no way. I guess the closest I could live to the New York area and still been able to afford it would have been Vermont, which they consider Vermont, which is strange, they consider Vermont just at the edge of commutability into New York City. That seems crazy to me, but that's the way they see it, if you want to spend 2 hours a day on a train coming and going.
It really is a perfect combination, because we have essentially, that small town feel. We have connection to a pretty big city, and of course connections to every other city in the world through our wonderful airport. So we don't feel like we're restricted by the kinds of things that we can do here at all.
Spending time at home is something you can look forward to, because Norman offers housing choices for every taste. Family, single, large or small, historical, contemporary, or country living, at a price that is well below the national average.
One of the things that my friends marvel at when they visit me from Colorado is just real estate. You can get so much more for your money here.
Absolutely, you can definitely get a lot more for your dollar here, and not only that, but your appreciation value is greater than anywhere in the state. People can buy a really nice, solid brick home and not have to spend the kind of money for the same square footage that they would spend on the East or the West Coast. We work with a lot of clients right now who are coming from California who are just in awe and amazed at what they get here compared to what they're spending in California and what they're getting.
Staying at home is certainly not your only option. Norman offers a wide variety of things to do, both indoors and out.
The number of museums just within a 20-mile radius of Norman. We've got the Sam Noble Museum here. We have the Cowboy Hall of Fame. We have the Downtown Arts Museum in Oklahoma City. We've got, my wife and I have for years and years been promoters and subscribers to the Philharmonic.
With 300 sunny days a year, an average temperature of 61, and 4 distinct seasons, you're not going to want to stay home.
We love to go eat, and there are great restaurants in Norman. Some are great because of the food, some are great because of the atmosphere. You just want to go and hang out there. I like to participate in some of the things for children that are arts oriented, and one of those is Camp Broadway, which is put on by Sooner Theater, where children actually put on a major Broadway show after about a 6-week training period, and those are wonderful. They put on Music Man last year, and then some older kids did a self-produced musical, Grease, where they did the set, they directed, they choreographed. I mean, it was really exciting. So there are really lots of things to do in Norman.
From amusement parks to nightlife, or are the arts your thing? Maybe a sports enthusiast.
Norman has a lot of great things to offer. One of the biggest events that goes on in Norman is the University of Oklahoma football team. It's just like a big, great parade every Saturday when they play here.
Family time is one of our great extracurricular activities. We'll have a lot of family get-togethers. We live on a fairly large piece of property, and so we get out with cookouts and hiking or fishing or whatever out on the property. And that's one of the great benefits of being out here. You have all the benefits of the metropolitan area, the technology, the access to the services, but within a very short amount of time, you're out in the country, you're enjoying kind of the natural beauty of Oklahoma, enjoying some of those gorgeous Oklahoma sunsets. If we could somehow package those and sell them, I think we'd do especially well.
The great outdoors is easy to soak in. Oklahoma has 200 lakes and reservoirs, 78,000 miles of rivers and streams, and 50 state parks that are perfect for camping, hiking, swimming, fishing, water skiing, and even cave exploring. If you aren't quite that adventurous, perhaps you'll enjoy exploring music, crafts, or art at one of Norman's many fairs and festivals.
I really love all the outdoor activities. There you can do frisbee golf, which me and my friends do. You can just go to the lake about 10 minutes away, or you can just go to the mall or go to the movies or whatever you want to do. But also there's the parades, like the 89er parade. There's the Mayfair. There's the medieval fair that we love going to, and just a whole bunch of different outdoor activities.
Norman is also home to beautiful golf courses, an enormous community water park, the Cleveland County YMCA, and a wide variety of health clubs for all your fitness needs. But if a faster pace is more your style, then you're in luck, because in Norman, clubs, casinos, and concerts are part of the package. For those of you who are itching to watch the latest Hollywood release or check out the newest fashion trends, you'll be happy to find movie theaters boasting the latest technology, and malls and shopping districts with all the stores you love, as well as unique shops and boutiques found only in Norman.
I like to go shopping at the grocery, and I like to do dry cleaning. I like to, meet with some friends. I like to see what's new in Oklahoma City and see some of the new restaurants and get together and eat with friends.
As the leading healthcare organization in South Central Oklahoma, Norman Regional Hospital serves the healthcare needs for the Norman area. Norman Regional Hospital is a 337-bed general acute care facility with more than 200 medical doctors representing a broad range of medical and surgical specialties in more than 27 areas. Norman Regional Hospital's network of care also includes additional outpatient facilities located throughout its service area. The University of Oklahoma is a large part of the Norman community and holds a wealth of cultural opportunities from theater to ballet to art and more.
Fine arts programs are so good. I mean, between the museum and, the dance department, musical theater, drama department, art department. I mean, it's really on the high end. It's on the high curve of college campuses.
Our Fred Jones Jr. Museum of Art is one of the top 4 university art museums in the country. It's well known for its collections of Native American painting, its collection of the paintings of the Taos colony, and of course, it houses one of the largest collections of French Impressionist art in the United States. That gift of art, of this great Weitzenhofer collection of French Impressionist art, was the largest and most valuable gift of art ever given to a public university in U.S. history.
The university has over 400 endowed faculty positions and boasts a research campus that is home to the Stevenson Research and Technology Center, where cutting-edge research into life science fields ranging from robotics to genomic studies are taking place, and the National Weather Center, which houses OU's academic and research programs in meteorology and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Norman-based weather, research, and operations programs.
Well, very clearly, the Norman is at the center of economic growth in the entire state. We're really transforming the Oklahoma economy from one that is simply based upon natural resources, important as those resources are, to one based upon intellectual discovery, intellectual property. And much of this flows from university-based research. Our research has grown at many times the rate of the national average of universities across the country. We've crossed the $250 million mark in direct research this year. And of course, that has an impact many times over. Several $billion of impact on the Oklahoma economy in terms of causing private sector growth. Many health-related companies have been formed as a result of discoveries we've made, for example, in the area of genetics. Here in Norman, we've recently built the largest weather research center of its kind in the world. It's a research center that's shared between our faculty and our students and NOAA and the National Weather Service. So we have located under one roof the greatest federal government scientists in weather and climate research along with our own faculty and students.
I think it's a tremendous community. I've been here for 40 years. Very fortunate to be in a university town. A lot of exciting things happen here on our campus. Young people, football, basketball, everything that goes with a major university affects the community. It is an intellectual and economic energy engine here. I think that we're fortunate to be on the edge of a metropolitan area. Centrally located in the United States. You can get anywhere you want to in a short period of time, and it's just, I would recommend to anybody to come to a college town to raise their family because of all the opportunities that exist that don't exist in places that don't have a major university in their community.
Norman Public Schools are recognized both on the state and national level for exceptional teachers and instructional programs. The Norman Public School District is fully accredited by the Oklahoma State Department of Education, and the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools accredit Norman High School and Norman North High School. The schools have fully developed academic programs as well as programs for performing arts and athletics.
There are 57 native languages spoken by Norman Public School students.
The quality of education, though, is really by far what stands out to me. I travel all over the United States, visiting schools, promoting my children's books. And so I get to see schools from the inner city of Chicago to literally the very small community schools in Ohio, Putnam County, which I was at just a few weeks ago. And year in, year out, everywhere I go, Norman really stands out as a place where I think I would want my kids to grow up.
What I've enjoyed most about growing up in Norman is that it has offered me the opportunity to revisit my teachers and keep in contact with my teachers, because once the school year's over, they still care about the school year after that, and they're interested in your college plans, your life plans. They just want the best for you.
Norman has plenty to keep the kids busy after school as well. Sports leagues through the YMCA and other organizations, dance classes, gymnastics, martial arts, and private music lessons are all available in abundance in Norman.
It's really exciting to see how many kids have come through our program and have gone on to be successful business owners here in Norman. And everywhere we go, we see doctors and dentists and restaurant owners and business owners who, oh yeah, we used to take gymnastics from you guys a long time ago. So we're proud that our little gymnastics business has had a stronghold here in the community for a long time.
The spiritual component is key to many people's lives and opens the doors for making close connections with other people in a new city. Norman has over 100 places of worship for people of all faiths. Norman is not merely a great place to live, but it's also a great place to work and conduct business. Norman has a well-educated workforce and a well-educated pool of available labor. Over 50% of Norman adults hold a bachelor's degree or higher. The benefits of the Norman lifestyle not only mean that time away from work is more enjoyable, but time at work is more productive because there is less stress away from the office. Employees are also more likely to stay in their jobs long term because they are happy with the quality of life their community offers.
The Norman job market also offers employment opportunities for spouses when a family relocates. Many major corporations, including Hitachi, OfficeMax, AT&T, Astellas Pharmaceuticals, and Johnson Controls, as well as the U.S. Postal Service, have chosen Norman as home for large portions of their operations.
We deal with Wall Street type firms, investment banks, the global financial community. And as a result, a lot of our analytics, a lot of the technology that we use is very much cutting edge. And so we need a highly skilled workforce. OU has been terrific in that regard. They have great programs. The computer science program has supplied a great number of talented people for us. The MBA program with the quantitative emphasis they have has also been terrific for us because it combines both the financial aspects of what we do but also the quantitative aspects. And so that's what fuels our business, the technology, the finance, and the analytics. And so that's been a terrific benefit for us.
Most artists tend to live on the East Coast or the West Coast in larger markets. And most of my work is all national. I very rarely get to do a lot of my work from the Oklahoma area, actually, or even the region. Most of my work comes from the larger markets of Chicago, Los Angeles, New York being probably the largest market for most of my work is. You know, with the technology, of course, being the way it is now, I can live anywhere. And I have expanded my client base into Great Britain and into Germany. I'm regularly doing book covers and doing other projects for some of the clients in foreign countries, and I just finished a project for the History Channel. Again, doing everything online, working here has been a great asset for me. It's enabled me, actually, because of the cost of living, it's enabled me to live here and be much more selective about the kind of work I take, and has allowed me to spend much more time with my family. I'm not having to work 80 hours a week, day in, day out, just to make ends meet.
We have a little secret here because, and I consider it an asset because people generally have rather low expectations of Oklahoma. And I told the mayor of Oklahoma City, Mick Cornett, I said, I see that as an asset because people can come here thinking, well, I don't really know what Oklahoma has to offer. And we can just blow them away with the friendly people, with the wonderful things our community offers, with the incredible university, with all that Oklahoma City and the Norman community has to offer. I see it as a huge asset.
With all Norman has to offer your quality of life and your quality of work, there's no reason not to experience life in Norman for yourself. When you do, you'll discover one of the country's best-kept secrets.
I really can't think of a place I'd rather live.
I think it's a wonderful place to raise children. I raised my family here.
I love Norman. This is a great place to live.
I just would recommend Norman without hesitation.
It keeps you young. It's kept me young, being a part of such a youthful community.
Why would you choose to live any place else?
It's a perfect place to live, it really is.